All right, we have in the studio who everybody have come to know as Meek Mill Sister. You've been shaking up the internet, man, crazy. So tell us who you are.
Well, my birth name is Faye Hayward. That's what my mom named me. My stage name is Faye Music. A lot of people, like you said, know me as Meek Mill Sister. My name is Faye, though.
Okay. How did you come to get the name Meek Mill Sister? Give us a breakdown how it all started.
Okay, well, I can give you the exact date. August 1st, 2015. We was anticipating and waiting on Meek to say something back to Drake. And like I was dipping and zabbing a little bit with the rap battling, but it never really was anything that I was interested in. But people always like, you got the bars for that. So I had posted a status like, you know what, Meek taking too long. It's been a week. I'ma drop something. Just thinking I'm joking. A lot of my fans, hundreds and hundreds, are like, do it, you'll kill it, blase. So I'm like, you know what, I'ma do it, because I didn't really expect for it to go as catastrophic as it wound up becoming. But I want to say it took me about an hour to write it. The next morning I dropped it at 5 o'clock. By 6 a.m. 5 a.m. that morning. By 6 a.m. that same morning, the video was already at 300,000 views, just moving like drastically. So I was like, wow, I didn't expect that much exposure from it, but that's how the stars align sometimes. You just gotta be ready. Yeah.
So what made you want to jump in the middle of the Drake and Meek Mill beat?
It just was, we was waiting on Meek for a long time. And you know, Meek from the hood, I'm from the hood. And don't get me wrong, Drake is a well respected artist and he's a really good artist, but everybody was rooting for the hood, the underdog, to give us some hope for something. Yeah. Like his song, Hope. But he was taking so long, and it was just like my nerves couldn't take it no more. So I just had to say something. And I honestly believe that, because that morning I dropped at 5 o'clock that diss to Drake. Yeah. By 11 p.m. that night, Meek Mill dropped his diss that same day. Yeah. And I kind of feel like I kind of feel like he wasn't even finished. Yeah. I kind of feel like because the attention had came off of his circumstance, and it automatically was thinking, okay, this Meek Mill Sister chick came in, he had to drop something because he had to get that attention back on him. So I'm sorry, Meek, if I made you not finish your bars or whatever, but you gotta be quicker than that. Oh, you gotta be quicker than that. So yeah, that's pretty much.
So how do you feel about the response from that first track you put out?
It was extremely crazy. It was everywhere. Dr. Farrah Gray, This Is 50, just websites that I didn't even think listen to rap music from. Breakfast, it just was everywhere. Hot anytime, it was just everywhere. I was getting calls from people from London, like, girl, you out here, So at the time, I wasn't really as happy about it as I'm kind of am now, but it was still cool to see happen. Like I really wasn't prepared for all of that, so I was just like, oh my gosh, now what am I going to do? But it was a cool experience, definitely, to see how much people was listening, whether negative or good. Everybody was listening. So, as an upcoming artist, that's pretty much what you're looking for, to get people to listen. So I was happy with that.
A lot of people are one-hit wonders when it comes to getting they little 15 minutes of fame on social media, but you have been able to do it time and time and again. So what's the strategy? What's the secret formula? How do you do it?
I want to say my fans first off. I gotta give that credit to my fans, because sometimes I don't even be on social media and my fans just inbox me or something like, Faye, did you hear that Young Thug, or did you hear that Soulja Boy? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of them be like, we waiting on you, be looking for you, we know you got something to say. So a lot of times I do it to satisfy the thousands of people who came to my page to hear those type of things. Yeah. So most of the time, like I said, it really just be my fans requesting it. So I'm like, you know what, it's done. That's what you want, I'm gonna give it to you.
So how do you put together your rhymes? Do you write your own rhymes, or do you got a ghostwriter?
No, baby, I can't afford a ghostwriter. But honestly, I don't write. But I won't say that I'm straight off the head, but I don't write. I've never written a song, whether it was a singing song or a rap song, a day in my life. What I do is I come up with these bars in my head and I memorize it. So like I write, I'm in my head and I got it, and it's once I got it, it's stuck. I don't never have to think about it again. I don't gotta go look at no paper, no phone. Once I come up with what I want to say, that's it. It's just straight. I just run it through and that be it. So that's why a lot of times my videos be dropping 24 hours after the situation happened, because once I already see it happen and I capitalize off of it, I'm already ready, because I ain't gotta read, I ain't gotta look. That actually take a lot more time. So
So, how do you feel about ghostwriting?
I was born in '93. And that was back in the time where we had some real significant lyricists going on back then. We had Biggie, Pac, and, you know, all them people who was really real lyricists, and we knew for a fact that they wrote their lyrics. So I feed off of that. I really can't get jiggy with this new shit. You know, I really, you know, I don't know about the goal. So I mean, to each his own. If you know, I guess the goal is for everybody to be successful. Yeah. So if it helps somebody become successful, cool, great. You know, give me a call. I can ghostwrite for you too. Yeah. But I can't do it. I wouldn't even probably be able to execute it the way that somebody's written it for me, because it may not be my style, or I may not know how to. You know, and like I told you, how my method of me writing or rapping in my head, I'm not gonna memorize that. I'm not going. No matter if they write it on paper, it's not gonna work for me. So I can't.
Nicki Minaj ex Safari, he accused Nicki Minaj that he was writing all of her rhymes. So what do you think about that? Do you think he lying?
Safari, he said Safari. Whatever his name. Safari. I can believe that. I mean, I actually just said, like, I haven't heard a hit bar. Or what Remy, matter of fact, said too, you ain't have an online since Safari. So it hasn't been a time since after she started messing with Meek, or maybe a little bit before Meek, because I don't want to blame her L's on Meek. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to say she got the L flu from Meek. That ain't got nothing to do with her. She just lost Safari, which was her best attribute to her success, regardless if she want to admit that or not. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I feel as though he definitely played a big part in creating Nicki Minaj. Mirage.
Oh, why you say that?
Y'all laughing at me. But yeah, that's what I feel, you know.
Why you call her Nicki Minaj?
Because I mean, that's her name, you know. That's who she is. Like I said in my song, they just regular people to me. I don't care about all of that extra stuff. So her mama named her Nicki Minaj. That's her name.
You went hard at Nicki and Remy and your Hit 'Em Up freestyle. Like, what made you go hard at them like that?
First of all, I'll start off with saying definitely my fans too. I wasn't even going to do it. I was going to let the cat fight break out. I wanted to see who was going to come out on top. I definitely, like I said, I respect Remy as a woman lyricist, not so much. You know, she give bars, but she don't get flow. But my fans was like, you can't do that. You've been coming at the niggas forever. Now you telling me you don't want to mess with the females? Yeah. So I can't be punked now. Ain't nobody gonna punk me. Yeah. So I had to come and say something. So basically what I did, instead of just dissing them, I summarized everything that I see. You know, I gave a synopsis of what's been going on, from the fact that Remy been trying to come at Nicki. We all know that. She could stop trying to dodge that truth, because it's the truth. Nicki's stupid enough to allow it to happen, because Nicki ain't had to say nothing, but then we dealing with the egos. Yeah. So it's like Nicki had to say something when she didn't even have to say nothing. She could have just let Remy pretend that she's talking about whoever in West Bevelfuck when we know she's talking about Nicki. Yeah. So I just basically summarized what they was doing, you know, because it just was really just facts of how I've been seeing this scenario since Remy came home. Yeah, yeah. You know, and I feel like Remy been waiting on that moment. But it's always somebody hungrier than you.
What made you choose Pac Hit 'Em Up beat?
Man, that's my dog, man. I tell people all the time, Pac called me one day from the heavens and told me, I got work for you. Yeah. Baby, you gonna have to get up out your bed, you gonna have to get up out your feelings, and you got something to do. You gotta finish this job, Faye, that I started off and they took away from me. Yeah. I really believe that. People think I be joking. I'm that serious. But you ask my fiance. I remember I came in the room and started crying to him, like, Pac just spoke to me. He's like, you bugging out. What are you talking about? Like, I swear Pac spoke to me. So I feel like I had to come to this world and finish doing what he already started off. But when a situation happened, I'm like, damn, why nobody never come and use Hit 'Em Up? Like, that's one of the most infamous rap beef songs you can think about. Yeah. So everybody was coming back with this laid back. I had to give some energy to it. Pac told me to do it. Yeah. Pac said knock him out.
Okay. So how do you feel about Remy Ma Sister?
Okay, she had some, she obviously came up with some decent bars for the circumstance that she had some inside voice telling her whatever was the personal about Nicki. I think Nicki don't have that. So I feel as though that's why Remy might be more prosperous in it because she knew more. Yeah. But I feel as though if Remy didn't know much about Nicki, she wouldn't have nothing to say. You know, she could have talked about her ass all day, but because she had so much insight on that girl's life, she was able to execute that. Yeah. I don't think she's a flowist at all. You know, she got, you know, they say she got bars or whatever, you know, she got little bars. I done heard a couple bars that, you know, hit a little bit, but nothing that made me say, ooh, you know, she just said some little things that rhyme or whatever, but on the fact of the sheet, it was man, like, you know, I think that it blew out of proportion because people been waiting on Nicki to get that moment of being knocked down or being touched because Nicki felt like she was untouchable. So I think the fact that somebody finally did it, it was like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, and definitely somebody who they would consider on an equal ratio or whatever as Nicki. But I mean, I listened to it once or twice. I ain't gonna lie, I listened to it and I never listened to it again. But I'm gonna, regardless of what, I'm gonna listen to No Fraud or Fraud, whatever the song is. Nicki said, I'm gonna ride to that because even though the bars wasn't all of that, I like that song.
Okay. So when okay, how you feel about No Fraud then?
Like I said, I love the hook. I've been telling my fans all morning, I love the hook. You know, I wish that when she started singing, she would have just kept it at the low instead of I know, like you don't have to go that high. We know what you're trying to say. She could have just kept it at the mellow and did it on through. But the hook is hot. The lyrics, I wish it wasn't a diss song because it's a hot song, but it's not a diss song. You know what I'm saying? It just not. It doesn't say diss. It doesn't satisfy real hip hop artists like myself who was waiting to hear "Pull up to that gangsta, out of my belly, gangsta." But she didn't bring that for me, so it was like, it's cool. You know, I'm a jam sitter. I'm a ride in my car because you know, bitches need to pick a side in life. Period. You know, but. I don't think she really did, not as much as Remy said. Now, she did say something about Remy shooting her best friend for a stack. I agree with that. I want to know how you shoot your best friend over a stack. You know what I'm saying? That don't make you hardcore. You know, you could have smacked the bitch if you wanted to do that. That just make you seem like you was really that hungry. You know what I'm saying? A stack is easy to get back. And they call me a broke bitch, and I can get that. So, really,
You think she went far with that line? Or it was perfect for the culture.
I think if she would have said more, it would have all been perfect. But I think the fact with her son and the stack was good. But those are the only things she hit her with. Like she ain't hit her much with that. But that's because she don't know. Remy done had that inside job for Nicki. Nicki ain't get that. She ain't get that opportunity. So I don't know. She got to dig up some dirt.
So with Remy Ma Sister, do you think Remy went too far, or it was perfect?
It ain't no rules to
So you saying there's no rules to it?
Ain't no rules. So that's why a little 23-year-old girl from Jersey City or Charleston, South Carolina could just pop in the mind of other people's business because don't nobody gonna tell me. Ain't no rules to it. I'm a do and say what I please. So they can do and say what they please. They just better bring it. Because it's always somebody hungry than you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So that's really what it. I don't think nobody went too far. I don't think nobody went hard enough. Remy came in there with no flow. Nicki came in there with no bars. Come on, like we gotta combine these bitches as time. Y'all, they building bitches nowadays. I think we could successfully combine them together. You know, now that we creating women and we got them tools in life. If we could just like, you know, bring them bitches together, we could make something happen. But it's not gonna happen with them on their own. They should have collaborated, if anything. All right. They need each other.
So what about because Remy dropped the second one called Another One. So what's your thoughts on that one?
Okay, I was chilling with the Sheetha. Remy overdid it. Now I'm gonna keep it real. She annoyed the fuck out of me with this Another One. It wasn't even hot at all. It was like I said in the rap, you was waiting on this moment. That's why you were prepared. You couldn't wait, and you oversaturated it. Not even if her doing the second disc. She should have just, if you want to do a second disc, you should have hit her in a different way. You should have came about, she basically said the same shit to me. But I ain't gonna lie, I didn't listen to it all the way through, so, because it just didn't capture me. Sheetha, of course we listened to that because that's the first thing that dropped, like, oh shit, somebody dissed Nicki. I'm like, back to back or whatever, Another One, I'm like, whatever.
You said Nicki didn't go hard enough in No Fraud, so should the goal have been to get at Remy hard or make a hit song? So what do you think about it? Because she had done both.
I've come to the realization that Nicki is not hip hop. Nicki is hip pop.
Yeah, define that.
Yeah, she's she's a artist who, you know, is, I guess we'll say versatile, but she came in as a rap star or whatever the case may be. But I don't think that she really did anything for me with that, you know, that whatever it's called, fraud. She just didn't do the bars. Like, I like the song, I like the hook, I like if it was just a regular club song. But like I said, as a, you know, rap disc, it just was not satisfying. It wasn't what we was waiting on. I really kept telling everybody, you know, even at this point, I'm not a Nicki fan, you know, because she outdid whatever she was doing since 2008. That's when that was my bitch. I don't know what Wayne and them did to her, gave her cold crack, whatever, the bitch started bugging out. But she just didn't do it. I thought she was going to come with Monster. I thought she was going to come what she did with Kim. You could be the queen, but watch the king conquer. Yeah. She didn't do that for me. So I was like, oh, all right, Nicki, whatever. Whatever. It's whatever. Get it popping. That's Remy song too, right? Yeah, I think it is.
After Nicki dropped that song, she made a challenge to Remy. She said she'll give Remy $500,000 if she can make a hit in 72 hours. So what do you think about that challenge?
I think bitch is dealing with their egos. But I did see that. I thought it was $1 million, but if you might be right, I don't know. But man, it's been years now, man. So first of all, let me start by saying this. Remy been in jail for 8 years.
Yeah.
Nobody got more free time to write a hit song than a person stuck behind bars. Yeah. If she came out of jail and this is all we got so far, yeah, just expect for her to leave out with the same style, because nothing's great about to happen. I don't see it happening. This is the greatest moment I've seen for Remy since she's been home. Yeah. You feel me? So she had ample amount of time to come up with massive amount of hits, and that didn't happen. So I don't expect much from her. Like, just in all honesty, she's popping whatever on Love and Hip Hop, but that's all I see. I don't see her coming out with nothing that's going to satisfy the world, you know. So